Ohio State Buckeyes will have it. Buckeye quarterback Craig Krenzel is 14-1 as a starter, studying the heavy stuff that leads to medical school and doing it at an honors level. Big guy, 225 pounds, hard to rattle him. He just does what he needs to do to get the job done. He has successive wins over Michigan, and that alone will make him a Buckeye hero. Taking their time, coming out, doing everything deliberately. It's going to be interesting to see, Dan, if Miami, in fact, can be patient. We've got a penalty flag before the first snap. And Krenzel comes walking to the sidelines, looking at him.
Illegal substitution. 5-yard penalty.
And they're going to get a 5-yard penalty for having 12 men in the huddle.
You talk about a bad omen for the Ohio State Buckeyes. Start the game off with the ball in the 20, then 12 men in the huddle will set them back all the way to the 15-yard line.
Well, the omen that bothered me more than anything else is the drum major dropped the baton when they first came on the field with the band.
A lot of pressure in big games for everybody, Keith.
From the 15-yard line, here's your first snap of the ball game. Krenzel turns, gives to Claret behind the line of scrimmage. Stop cold at the 13-yard line. The Tostitos starting lineup, backs and receivers. Running back Maurice Claret, true freshman, ran for 1,190 yards. Split in Michael Jenkins has been a big play man all season. The offensive front. Now here you find some trees. Tackle to tackle, they go 305, 355, 310, 312, 310, all of them juniors. Rob Sims, good start ahead, and we'll play some ahead of Ivan Douglas, the regular tonight at offensive tackle. Claret, Maurice, a pair of them. Claret and Hall in the backfield for the Buckeyes. Krenzel looking to throw, pulls it down and takes off. He hits the 20, goes to the 24-yard line before he is brought down by Sean Taylor. The defense along the front, Miami, not as big as some, but so quick, hard to sustain your blocks on them. They don't look for a draw. The down linemen look for a body. Linebackers, Jonathan Vilma, leader of the group, 119 tackles. DJ Williams, 100. The defensive secondary has stepped up. No seniors here. One guy will catch your eye. That's that big free safety, Sean Taylor, at 6'3", 220. These people like to leave their fingerprints on you. It is 3rd down and 6. Krenzel with good protection. Very good. Can't find anybody to throw to. Running out of time. Gets it away down the sideline incomplete.
We've got passion, we've got determination. And if we set our sights on something, you better believe it's happening.
Great coverage play there because there was no white shirt available.
Well, and Craig Krenzel's been sacked 31 times this season. His offensive line did a nice job, but that's what he's going to face tonight, is outstanding speed in the secondary of the Hurricanes. We saw on his first pass attempt, he could barely get back to the pocket.
All right, Buckeye faithful, hold your breath. Here's the punt. Nugent hits it. Andy Groom hits it. And it is Roscoe Parrish on a brilliant kick. Cannot get to it. It is Parrish lingering back there in the shadows of the evening, and he is terrifying once he gets a little open field. But away he went, and he couldn't get to the ball. Ken Dorsey, the quarterback for Miami, transcends in his record any I've ever seen, 38-1. Are you kidding? And he is just short of his second academic degree. His seasonal numbers dominated the Big East. On the field, he is the cool dude who drives this bus.
And don't be surprised if the cool dude doesn't go downtown early in this ballgame. They want to set Miami style of football against this Buckeye defense.
Andy Groom's punt was a 56-yarder, and the Hurricanes start at the 20. Back quickly goes Dorsey. Down goes Dorsey. Knocked off balance behind the line of scrimmage by Big Will Smith. And so there's a loss on the first play offensively for Miami.
Will Smith is a stand-up defensive end at times. And with his ability, number 93 will come from the left side of the screen. And he gets to Dorsey in a hurry and knocks him down with one hand.
Ball is on the 17-yard line now for the Canes. On second down and 13, give it to McGahee. McGahee gets to the 15-yard line. He runs into big old Matt Wilhelm, and down he goes. Another loss. The Tostitos starting lineup for the Miami backs and receivers. They are at the fore of this wave of speed the Canes offer. 212-pound Andre Johnson, wide receiver, may be the fastest on the field. The offensive front, there are three 300s here. Right tackle Vernon Carey, the largest. He's at 340 or so, down from 375. And a Canadian, Brett Romberg, at center, anchors the line.
That was only the 9th sack of the season against Ken Dorsey.
Three wide receivers now for the Canes as Dorsey goes to the shotgun, and now coming back toward the line of scrimmage is Roscoe Parrish, and a whistle before the ball was snapped. No score early on in the first quarter. Both teams having trouble getting cranked up offensively.
And here's our PlayStation 2 team comparison. Miami, this is where it's going to be decided. Miami scores a lot of points. The Buckeyes don't give up a lot of points, but right down here, they are very poor at defending the pass. Great start in sacking Dorsey on
Not how you.
first down.
And it's third down and 15. The ball is on the 15-yard line. The wideouts are Andre Johnson, Ethnic Sands, and Roscoe Parrish. Back goes Dorsey, getting one block to help him out, goes down the middle with it. The ball is caught by Johnson. Johnson is a big man at 212 pounds, and he picks up a first down at the 35-yard line.
Not only is he a big man, Keith, he is powerful and almost impossible to keep at the line of scrimmage with a bump. Chris Gamble, number 7, trying to stop Johnson as they go to a double team there with Donnie Nicky, number 25. Too late to close on this perfectly timed crossing route from Dorsey to Johnson.
C. Grant has left the field now for Ohio State, shaken up. He's a very important member of that Ohio State defense. A.J. Hawk replaces him down the sidelines. The pass is too long and into the crowd, incomplete, intended for Ethnic Sands and defended by Donnie Nicky. Let's have a look now at the Ohio State defense along the front. The tackles, Tim Anderson, Kenny Peterson, the tough guys. They don't understand giving up anything. The linebackers made most of the tackles this year. 6'5" Matt Wilhelm in the middle, leading the team with 111. He's already has one tonight. And the DBs, strong safety Michael Doss, consensus All-American. That means everybody voted for him. And Chris Gamble plays both ways, offense, defense, special teams. In the last 3 games, each he had over 100 plays. Try that sometime. That'll take care of your waistline. Ball is handed off on a delay to McGahee. McGahee goes to the 40, and that'll do it. Picked up 5 yards.
Keith, the injury to C. Grant could be critical for the Buckeyes. This is a former cornerback who's bulked up and moved to linebacker, but the Buckeyes like his ability to take Kellen Winslow Jr. man for man. Now, if C. Grant cannot play the rest of the evening, that's a huge advantage for the Hurricanes.
It is third down and 5. The ball is on the 40-yard line, and Dorsey goes back under center. The pass is thrown to the right side. The pass is completed for the first down to Andre Johnson. He picks up another 5 yards to go with it. Chris Gamble at 180 pounds, 6'2", wrestling with a man who is 6'3" and 212. Here's the story now on C. Grant from Todd Harris.
Keith, I talked with Dr. John Lombardo of Ohio State. He said it's just a bruised rib. There's no way C. Grant's not going to play. He will be back in the game.
Thank you. A.J. Hawk remains in the ball game in replacement of him, 6'2", 230, freshman from Centerville, Ohio. And a freshman in these circumstances is in deep order. The ball is on the 49-yard line. For the first time tonight, my team is on the other side of the field. Dorsey is caught behind the line of scrimmage, all the way back at the 45-yard line by Kenny Peterson, one of those big tackles we were talking about.
We all know the history. How we're supposed to wait.
Number 97.
Peterson picks up his 5th sack on the season. And again, now Dorsey, remember, only 8 times all season has he gone down. Already twice here in the first quarter, the Buckeye defense and their defensive line, which is most important. If If they can get pressure on Dorsey with just 3 or 4 defensive linemen, they can play all types of different zone coverages behind them.
Second down and 15. Jason Gathers comes into the ball game as a wide out, goes to the top of the screen. That's Roscoe Parrish in motion coming back toward the ball. And Dorsey turns around, sets up the throw, goes quickly. The ball is caught, and wham! Parrish takes a lick from Gamble. Chris came across like a runaway truck and took him down for a loss back to midfield.
Chris Gamble is not only a two-way player, he's a three-way player. As a wide receiver, amazingly, his 29 catches, none went for a touchdown. But as a defensive back, 4 interceptions, and 1 did go for a touchdown against Penn State. But he will also see double duty as a three-way player, returning kickoffs and punts. Busy night tonight for Chris Gamble.
And good news for the Buckeyes. C. Grant is back in the ball game. Dorsey comes short to the sidelines. The ball thrown a long way to the sidelines. It's completed to Kellen Winslow. And in the melee, Winslow will fight his way down to about the 44-yard line.
Keith, that shows you how important that sack by Kenny Peterson was. That forced the Hurricanes into a passing situation. A lot of good time to throw. Only a 3-man rush for Ohio State. That forced Dorsey against his own coverage to go to his outlet receiver. Smart play, good defense by the Buckeyes.
All right, here's the punt by Freddie Capshaw, who got to Miami from Rock Springs, Wyoming. It's going downfield, down to the goal line. Ball rolls around. Canes try to kill it, and it looks like they did, just short of the goal line. And Anthony Roll came down and threw his body on it and pinned Ohio State right against their own goal line. The Ohio State Buckeyes possess the ball at their own 1-yard line. In fact, it's inside the 1. So if there was ever a time to be careful, I think this is it.
Keith, they've got a quarterback sneak. They cannot afford, against the quickness of this Miami defensive line, to take the ball away from center. And there's a huge hole over there.
There's a big hole right at center. He doesn't go up that hole. He slides off to the right side. But there was a big gap right in front of the center.
You know what he did is he hesitated, Keith. Instead of just taking it and going behind his center, Stepanovich. Look at the hole right there. Just go right now. Don't hesitate. But he decides to step back, get behind the triple team there, which is not a bad idea. No. But I think he could have got a couple more yards if he'd gone straight ahead.
Of course, you've got to remember, folks, he's sitting up here 300 feet away from where the fight's going on. Absolutely. 4-yard line. Second down and 7. Florette's going to get it. Bouncing to the outside, looks for nothing and finds nothing. There just wasn't any room. The Canes shoved the door closed in a hurry.
Keith, this is where Craig Kensel is going to have to be very careful with the ball on this 3rd down. Watch for the tight end, Ben Hartsock.
3rd down and 3. Going to put it up. There it goes, and it is incomplete. It was intended for Florette. He's begging his case. He gets no answer. DJ Williams defended on the play, and I don't know where there was another man available to Craig Krenzel. I didn't see one.
There's DJ right there, strictly man-to-man coverage. That route by Clarett, route by a former running back, DJ Williams of De La Salle High School in California.
Yeah, that's that team up in Concord area that's always undefeated. Here's a beautiful punt coming out of the end zone by Groom, and he will kill the ball at the 48-yard line. The temperature when we started the ball game tonight was just under 70 degrees. It's been a very warm day today, and it's headed for the 80s by the weekend, they say. So that cold snap that was here when the teams arrived to start their final training has gone away, and you've got warm, soft days. Here come the Canes now on 1st down from their own 48-yard line. McGay looking for daylight, can't find any. Mike Doss, who was a consensus All-American strong safety this year. He thought about going to Sunday play, but came back instead, and he has been an inspiration and a great persona in the Buckeyes' success this year.
He's going to be a busy man tonight, too, Keith. He's got to be lined up against Kellen Winslow Jr. a lot of the evening, but also the run forces. We saw him that time. He is as quick as anybody at recognizing run and coming up and making a sure tackle.
You got double wide receivers to the top of the screen, and you move Eric Winston, a tight end, in there at that blocking back position. And Dorsey going back will set up the throw, goes down the middle with it. The pass caught by Winslow, and he's all the way down inside the 25-yard line. He's a tight end and a wide receiver body, and he's got almost sprinter speed. C. Grant made the tackle.
And the one thing Ohio State wants to do is make Dorsey move around, make him come to his secondary receiver. He moves this time, and he finds a wide open tight end in Winslow as his secondary receiver. And Winslow, 81, bottom of the screen, runs like a wide receiver. He's 6'5", 235 pounds, and he is a special player.
All of that weight and speed down gives you an idea of how good the turf is here.
I chose Wix for my business because of its massive scope for functionality and freedom of creation. Being able to integrate and change and develop at my own pace. I offer a range of products and services. To manage it all from one place is essential. It gave me time back in my day to get going on actual projects. It really just made everything feel more achievable.
Want to upgrade but still paying off your locked phone? Break free from 3-year device contracts. Switch to T-Mobile and we'll pay off your phone. And upgrade you to a new Samsung Galaxy S24 on us.
It's very good. So on first down, they go back to McGay. He's pinned behind the line of scrimmage. Down at the 25-yard line, a loss of 2, and it's Kenny Peterson who gets there first for the Buckeyes. Big tackle.
Keith, one of the things the Buckeyes are able to do so far is with their defensive line, they run an under type of defense, which is something that the Canes have not seen a whole lot. Here's Will Smith, number 93, playing pass defense, number 9 against Kellen Winslow, getting into a little fight there. That should have been called. Yeah, I agree with you, Kellen. Can't take a swipe at a guy like that. But this defense forcing McGahee to cut back to the middle.
Miami spends a timeout. They have 1 remaining here in the first half of play, and we're still in the first quarter. Kellen Winslow Sr. is in the crowd tonight. Old teammate of Dan Fouts, watching his son just come up with a big play at second down and 12 now for the Hurricanes back at the 25. Dorsey looking for somebody, goes down to the corner and goes out of bounds. The pass is incomplete. The pass forced by Tim Anderson, who was getting in Ken Dorsey's face, and he tried to get it to Johnson, but he threw it out of bounds. Now, a moment with Lynn Swann.
Well, Keith and Dan, the reason for the timeout for the Miami Hurricanes is that the coaching staff was having problems with their headset. They couldn't get a play from upstairs called in. They didn't communicate to the quarterback. Time ran out. He called it. They walked over and talked to the coaches of Ohio State, but the problem has been fixed.
Well, that's a good, cool-headed senior quarterback for him. Didn't waste a play or waste a position. Andre Johnson, keep your eye on number 5. Dorsey going back. Blitz up the middle. Steps away from it. Ball's in the air. Pass is caught. It's touchdown, Miami. Roscoe Parrish.
This is why Ken Dorsey has won 38 games out of 39 tries as a starter for the Canes. He manages the game well. Knew he had to use his timeouts, been under pressure, been able to sidestep it, and that was a marvelous play.
Todd Severs for the point. It's good. Once Roscoe Parrish gets you on his hip, you are not going to catch it. Unless you're a thoroughbred.
Keith Dorsey, 6 out of 8 now for 94 yards. He's been knocked down a couple of times, sacked twice, but watch him move in the pocket. As he goes back, he gets pressure right up the middle, but keeps his focus down the field as Roscoe Parrish beats none other than the 3-time All-American Michael Dawes. Watch the route. Just a pure speed route, Keith. Just like you said, if he gets behind you, he's gone, and that's where he is, all the way to the end zone.
Donnie Nicky was the blitzer coming out of the secondary, a safety blitz for Ohio State, but he was picked off at the line of scrimmage just enough to give Dorsey that one step.
Great teamwork by that offense. The back coming up to pick up the blitzing safety, and if you don't get to the quarterback when you blitz your safeties, you are going to get beat.
Hi, I'm Jason Estrada, Nike trainer, and I'm wearing the Unlimited pants. They're comfortable, they have a great feel, they move with you, and most of all, they make you feel free and unlimited.
All right, now let's head down to the lot where Tom Brady is trying to track down our Hertz customer.
I'm here, Vaughn, but looks like I just missed her.
Oh, so what you're saying is that she was able to check in online, confirm her car, then head straight to the lot.
That's why you go with Hertz.
Maurice Hall. Chris Gamble. And here's Todd Severs kicking off. This one might, no, I don't think it'll go. They're coming with it. And they get it to the 15-yard line, and that's all. So the Buckeyes again pinned back in their own territory. Maurice Clarett and Maurice Hall will set up in the backfield in a split back position. Clarett might move up into a slot. From the 15, first down, Miami leading 7-0. And Krenzel rolls to the right. Looking for help. Gets it off. Big downfield. Fight for position, and it is intercepted on the rebound by Sean Taylor. Chris Vance downfield under the ball. 2 defenders against him. It bounced off one and into the arms of Taylor.
Krenzel wanted to go to his big play receiver, Michael Jenkins, but Jenkins was totally shut out. Watch as he rolls out to the right after the fake. To the outside there, you see Jenkins is double teamed. Then the pressure by Antrell Roll and the big hit by Andrew Williams. That makes this ball flutter. Jennings is back there fighting with Chris Vance, and that's an outstanding play by Sean Taylor. His 3rd interception of the year, and what an athletic move to pick up the deflection.
And he's only a sophomore and still growing at 6'3", what, 220? Dorsey back. Wants to go for the juggler right here. He goes to Johnson, and Johnson is up close to midfield. This is a trademark of Miami's quick strike offense. They've averaged a little less than 2 minutes in their possessions that resulted in scores.
And they're not worried about whether they can run the ball or not, Keith. They've rushed for a -6 yards because of those 2 sacks on Dorsey, but Dorsey says, what the heck, let's throw it every down.
3.5 minutes roughly remaining in the first quarter of play. Miami 7-0. Their first down at their own 49-yard line. Dorsey turns and gives to McGahee, and again they take him down short of the line of scrimmage. It's Matt Wilhelm with his 2nd tackle for a loss.
The big guys up front really free up Matt Wilhelm. Tim Anderson and Kenny Peterson, along with David Thompson at times. They allow Wilhelm, you can see, 111 tackles. That will get you a first-team AP All-American every time, but it's because of the coordination of those big guys up front that allows him to roam free.
When you got that many stars on your hat, you're pretty good. 2nd down and 12. Dorsey hands to McGahee, and again he can't find any running room. Number 54, Tim Anderson, grabs him and takes him down in a hurry.
Takes him down in a hurry and takes him down for another loss.
Ball will go back to the 45-yard line, where it'll be 3rd down and 14.
When the sawdust settles and the engine finally roars, the thing you care about most is a job well done. But when you get your tools from Harbor Freight, something about the job feels a little different. Your wallet. Because we believe no matter what you're working on, You need high-quality tools at a great price. And that's what we're all about. Whatever you do it for less at Harbor Freight.
McGahee, 6 rushes so far, -1 yard. 4 of his rushes have resulted in losses.
Now they go to 3 wideouts. Out of the shotgun, Dorsey with time. Goes shopping and throws complete to the 45-yard line on the Buckeye side of the field to Ethnic Sands, but that is short of the first down.
Well, it will appear that Craig Krenzel's 6th interception of the year will not hurt the Buckeyes as their defense comes up with a strong effort against the run. That forced up another long passing situation. Soft zone defense for the Buckeyes and another punt for Miami.
Freddie Capshaw is back to punt, and Chris Gamble is waiting for it back at the 10-yard line. And a low kick that will not be returned. It will go into the end zone. Jim Tressel, talking about his quarterback in our interviews this week, had this comment on the value of Craig Krenzel.
The winners of big games have quarterbacks who, didn't make a whole bunch of mistakes. They might make some because they're going to make big plays, and I don't mean that he's just got to stand there and hold on to the ball and not make any plays, but he's got to have the right balance between being a playmaker and making sure we take good care of the ball.
Another thing Craig Krenzel has to do is he's got to find a way of throwing a ball to his teammate.
He hadn't had many people to throw to so far. Had one good run himself. So Krenzel hunkers down at first down on the 20-yard line. Here come the Buckeyes with the possession. And they get a false start move on the right side of the line by the tight end, Ryan Hemby. Hemby is a youngster. He's just a freshman out of Cincinnati, and they think he's going to be a good one.
Now, field position has been horrible for the Buckeyes tonight.
They've got their footprints all over that 15-yard line, and that's where they're going to be after this 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, there are 4 possessions here in the first quarter, and they're averaging starting on their own 14-yard line. That won't get it done.
For the first time, Chris Gamble comes into the ball game as an offensive player. Gamble has been on defense solely up to now, but he will give Craig Krenzel another option as a pass receiver. He's quite good. He's on the far side, top of your screen. Krenzel goes into the shotgun, pulls it down, and takes off. Looks like single-wing football. And he'll get it out to the 20-yard line, and we spend a moment with Lynn Swan.
Well, Keith, the goal for the Ohio State Buckeye team was to take Chris Gamble with 40 days off and have him focus on the defense, and that's exactly what he did. Spent most of his time in the defensive secondary because there's a higher premium on his ability to stop a top receiver like Andre Johnson than it is coming in on offense. Couple that with the fact that the defense has been on the field constantly in this ball game for Ohio State. Then he's more tired. You're not going to use him that much on offense. He's just got a handful of plays on offense they want to use him for in this ball game.
Okay, Swanee, second down and 10. The ball is out at the 20, and Gamble's out of there as we get Hemby back into the game. With play action, Krenzel's pass is right on the hands of Michael Jenkins, and Michael Jenkins will pick up a first down for the Ohio State Buckeyes. This combination of Krenzel and Jenkins won some ball games in the late going this season for the Bucks.
And Craig Krenzel shows great patience in the pocket. Jenkins is number 12 after the fake to Claret. Watch how long that Krenzel holds that ball before taking that lick and delivering a perfect ball for Jenkins. Right out in front, doesn't have to break stride. Those big hands suck it right in.
And that is Ohio State's first down of the ball game, and it comes with 28 seconds to play. 26 and 25 counting in the first quarter. Chris Gamble is back in. Claret to the outside. Canes track him down and get him right about the line of scrimmage as Roger McIntosh was over there to greet him.
Well, and I'm not so sure that Claret wasn't supposed to give the ball to Gamble on the reverse. They had blockers out in front, but he decided to hang on to it and paid for it.
The Buckeyes gamble on running out of a field goal opportunity. Nugent 24 out of 26 this year, and career 12 out of 17 from 35 yards. They don't get their first down, and they lose the opportunity at 3 points. Miami comes back to the attack now from their own 17-yard line. Here's a penalty flag from across the way as the play is McGahee is taken down all the way back around the 12-yard line. Grant and Doss led the tacklers, but let's see about the penalty from Randy Crystal.
Like it may be Miami's first penalty of the evening. But Jim Tressel is going to regret that decision. I mean, that's almost a sure. I know there's nothing sure in this world, but
Illegal formation on the offense.
Illegal formation against Miami. The umpire Steve Story, Don Crepel the head linesman, Derek Bowers the line judge, field judge is Terry Porter, Brad Van Vark the side judge, back judge is John Robison, and the alternate is John Laurie, and they're all out of the Big 12 Conference. Ball is on the 12-yard line where it is first down and 15. McGahee. 15-17. Make it to 16 where it is second down 11 with 7 minutes to go in the first half. 7-0, Miami leading. Dorsey sets to throw it and goes to the sidelines. The pass is caught by Ethnic Sands, and that will be a first down for the Hurricanes.
that time the Buckeyes decided to bring Chris Gamble off his corner position and blitz Ken Dorsey. But he was so far away as he lined up trying to guard Johnson that he was late getting to the ball. And Dorsey had time to get it off and pick up that first down.
Jake Geathers is in the ball game now for Miami. Jason Geathers. Ball just short of the 30. Back goes Dorsey. Looking, throws, and it is caught down the middle, and it is good to about the 34-yard line to Jason Geathers. Now let's spend a moment with John Saunders and Terry Bowden.
We'll keep coming up on the Pontiac Performance halftime show. We're going to hear from two of the most famous alums of both these schools, Ohio State and Miami. We'll look ahead to Wild Card Saturday, and Terry's going to break down the first half.
Sure is. The key to this game was Ohio State be able to run. They haven't run at all, but thank goodness Ohio State's defense, they're keeping them in the football game.
It's all coming up on the Pontiac Performance halftime show a little bit later on. Keith, back to you.
Thank you, John. 34-yard line where it is second down and 6 now for Miami. And Roscoe Parrish is the man who scored the touchdown for them on a pass reception from Ken Dorsey. Dorsey loops it downfield, way downfield and beyond anybody's reach. Andre Johnson was on the dead run. Chris Gamble was running with him. And the way things are going, Chris is going to have a lot of plays and be a tired fellow when this game is over.
Well, it's like Lynn Swann said. You can see 24 plays on defense to just 5. His number one priority is to stay with Andre Johnson as he did on that play.
But special teams will wear and tear on you as well, and he plays special teams.
They say he doesn't get tired. I guess he doesn't. He had 128 plays in the overtime win against Illinois.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's unheard of. 3rd and 6. Pass hummed, intercepted. Buckeyes have it. That's Mike Doss. 30, 25, inside the 20 before he's pulled out of bounds by Willis McGahee. Dorsey threw it hard, and it ricocheted to Doss.
His 8th career interception, 3-time All-American, just playing the ball. Watch him right here. Dorsey's going to throw this ball too hard. He really fires it off the hands of Andre Johnson, who should have caught the ball, but it was really humming. And maybe Matt Wilhelm got just a fingernail on that ball to disrupt the concentration of Andre Johnson. No disrupting this man's concentration, though. The leader of this Buckeye defense has set up his offense in great shape.
Lydell Ross is in there as the single back now, a sophomore from Tampa, Florida, 210-pounder and the fastest of all the Ohio State tailbacks. And he's got the ball. And he finds some room. A little slip and slide, left and then right, and he's down inside the 15 at the 13.
Running back coach Tim Spencer, a former teammate of mine in San Diego, where he was one of the most reliable guys we had, as they told me today that they got to get Lydell Ross in the game more. The Buckeyes will use two running backs, as we've seen, Claret and Ross, and they'll alternate Hall as well. But as you said, Keith, Ross has got great speed. He showed it on that little run.
They're inside the 13. They'll mark it 12 officially. Second down and 5. Krenzel gives it back to Ross again, and there's no place to go this time. William Joseph leads the defensive surge and makes the tackle right about the line of scrimmage. Third down and 5. Pass is thrown, pass is caught. It'll be a first and goal to go for the Buckeyes. Chris Vance made the catch right in front of Glenn Sharp. Good pass by Krenzel.
It was a great adjustment by Chris Vance. That ball was thrown, to beg to differ with you, way behind Vance. And Vance saw the ball. Here he is. Watch him stop and have to reach way back for it. He comes to a complete stop. If the ball's out in front, perhaps Vance gets by Sharp and into the end zone. As it is, first and goal.
You're right. It wasn't that good. Ben Hartsock is in the ball game now as a tight end for Ohio State, and the ball lofted to the corner. No, out of bounds. Michael Jenkins got it, but he didn't get a foot down as he was dueling with Sean Taylor. It'll be second down and goal.
That's a great battle, because Sean Taylor is normally a safety, but at 6'3", 220, he's going to go out and guard Michael Jenkins at 6'5". See how close he came. Right foot out of bounds. Great call. No question. Not even a question for Jim Tressel. He's begging for a call there.
At center, you've got to change. Nick Mangold has come in at center. That's a tough place to make a substitution at center. Miami's looked like they were offside.
Yeah, I think Vince Wilfork, seeing that freshman center in there, thought he'd try to get a jump on him, but he was jumping all the way through the neutral zone and offsides.
Mangold, a freshman out of Kettering, in relief of Stepanovic. But Stepanovic had moved over to tackle behind Shane Olivier. And now what do we got here? Do we have offside?
Offside.
Yep.
Keith, you can see that the right tackle here, actually, it's Shane Olivier lined up as a tight end. He flinched a little bit, but Wilfork was so far offsides that it may have blocked the view of the official seeing Olivier jump.
Olivier at 310 going out to a tight end spot.
That's what they call their jumbo package.
It's a freight car. Second down and goal at the 2-yard line. Mango is still in there at the center spot. Krenzel gives it to Ross. Ross picking his way in that melee, and they roll forward into... Not quite. It looked like, for all the world, he was going to be able to roll over the top and get in the end zone, and they wouldn't let him.
Well, this is the guy they need to get in the game at 230 pounds. Claret would have scored easily on that play. Good effort by Lydell Ross, but this is the guy you've got to get in the ball game and into the end zone.
Metro presents A Tale of Two Wireless Customers.
I've been a loyal customer since today.
Forever.
Which means I get
all the deals. Absolutely no deals.
It's like they totally see me.
Forgot I exist.
That's such yada yada.
I hate yada yada.
But now, with...
It's third and goal at the 1-yard line. Claret is 227 pounds. Quarterback sneak. Touchdown.
No, I don't think so, Keith. That's a one-arm signal by the
Well, this guy on this side put
that
2
means
up.
4th down.
Now he's taking it down. So it's inches.
That's another questionable call and decision by Jim Tressel. You put Claret in the game, you don't use him. Yeah, I would call timeout. I'd reshuffle my papers and figure out our play calling here as the Buckeyes are squandering scoring chances.
On 4th and goal, as Ohio State tries to tie the ball game, Stepanovic has gone back to the center spot. Mangold, a freshman, had been in there, and he couldn't root a hole. Now Stepanovic is in. Claret is your tailback. 4th and a half a yard. The quarterback keeps it, and he's in there. Craig Krenzel went off the right side of the center behind the guard, and Olivier, and he got just enough for the touchdown.
Oh, he really showed his toughness too, Keith. Very patient to slide to the right side. He took a heck of a hit from linebacker Roger McIntosh, but spun, as he has done so many times this year, making big plays, spun all the way into the end zone.
Now it is Mike Nugent for the extra point. The holder is the punter, Andy Groom. And everything works. And we are tied at 7-7 with 2 minutes and 28 seconds to play in the first half. Well, the Buckeyes, cashing in on the turnover, have put themselves on the scoreboard. 7-7 tie with 2 minutes and 28 seconds to play. If they had gone ahead and kicked that field goal, they'd be leading 10-7.
Yeah, they would, Keith. Remember, this is a Miami team that averages 42 points a game. Talk about great Buckeye defense.
They've been stressing patience, patience, patience. We'll see how patient the Miami Hurricanes can be. It's Andre Johnson standing back there along with Jason Gathers now for the kickoff. And this is rooted. I mean, it's beyond the field of play.
Pretty good combination of defenses for Ohio State. Unbelievable for Miami. No yards rushing. McGahee, 9 rushes, 8 yards. Dorsey sacked twice for a -8. That's how you get 0 rushing.
So here they come. Dorsey back. Has a roll. He's hit. The ball rolls loose. Beanbag goes down. Ohio State ball. Kenny Peterson knocked it loose. Darian Scott recovered it.
Wix gives you the power of AI to build the website you need. With full business functionality and a design tailored just for you. Customize every element of your website and watch your vision come to life in minutes. Control everything from the biggest tasks to the finest details. Personalized, optimized, ready to go live.
Everyone deserves the fastest, most reliable internet speeds, regardless of where they live. With
Second sack of the night for Kenny Peterson. Here he is right here. Watch his speed as he gets around the offensive line. Sherko Haji Razuli gets beat there by Peterson, and Dorsey does not sense the backside pressure.
Ball was out. The arm was going forward, but he went without the ball. That's why it was a fumble. The minute you saw the beanbag go down, that confirmed fumble. Lydell Ross is the running back, the deep back for Ohio State. Krenzel hands it to him, and he's running in the middle for about 4 yards. The snap of the ball was from the 14-yard line. DJ Williams made the tackle.
Couple of things that defensive coordinator Mark D'Antonio told me they have to do. They have to defend the middle of the field. Now Ohio State on offense with Ross getting absolutely nothing there, but this defense of Ohio State affecting the quarterback couple of interceptions, now a fumble, a +2 turnover ratio for Ohio State, and that's right on track for the Buckeyes.
2nd down and 8 from the 12-yard line. Across comes number 94, William Joseph. Let's see if a Buckeye moved. Craig Krenschel didn't think so.
After going the first quarter without a penalty.
He's right. Probably hard count. Maybe even a little head bob and hard count.
Yeah, a hard count without the head bob. That's not easy to do. But he used his voice perfectly and pulled off sides William Joseph easily.
2nd down and 3 now as the ball goes to the 7, and Maurice Clarett is the tailback or the single back. He's got it. He's got a touchdown. Alex Stepanovich, the center, made it happen.
We talked about just how punishing a runner he can be and how decisive. Now this game is being taken over by Ohio State at the end of this first half. A great run by Clarett to get into the end zone with ease.
Nugent will kick out of Groom's hole for the extra point. It's good.
Keith, you talked about the great block by Mark Stepanovich. Let's take a look at it as he gets 2 for the price of 1. First on Joseph and then on Vilma. Good double team there. He sees the linebacker. He seals him to the inside. That's all Maurice Clarett needed.
And so the Buckeyes have converted 2 Miami turnovers into touchdown, and they lead 14-7 with 1:10 to go to the half. The kickoff. High, long, beyond the field of play. Nugent, big leg. From the 20, here come the Canes, and they hand it off to Willis McGahee, looking for the sideline, and he finds it about 9 yards.
Keith, I think that's the first time they've tried to get McGahee to the perimeter.
It is.
And with his speed, that's a good idea. But remember, Miami now, as we come to the end of the first half, they only have 1 timeout to use, having to have burned 2 in the first quarter.
Buckeye defense got some respite. They were on the field a lot in the first quarter. But in the second quarter, the offense held the ball for a while and gave them a chance to get their win back. Now the Canes go to the shotgun. They got 3 wideouts. Dorsey's got a lot of time. Comes this way with it, goes short to McGahee. And Willis McGahee makes the catch for the first down. Move the chains. It'll go up to about the 33 where it's a first down. Will Allen, who made 2 interceptions this season to save ball games for Ohio State, Cincinnati, and Michigan. Dorsey turns, gives to McGahee. He's looking for some daylight, and the Buckeye defense doesn't give him much time to go shopping. They shut the door on him pretty quickly, with Will Smith finally taking him down.
The one thing the Buckeye defensive line does, they don't stay blocked very long. They get off their blocks very quickly, locate the runner, and then gang tackle him.
It is 2nd down and 12. The ball back on the 32-yard line. Dorsey again with some room to move and time to write a book. Throws it in the ground, incomplete.
Well, now you're seeing why Ohio State's been effective. That defensive line is winning the battle. Only rushing 3 or 4, that allows the Buck secondary to drop 7 or 8. And if you drop 7 or 8, you're going to make it very difficult for the quarterback to find anybody open. Good job of the offensive line, but look at Dorsey. Can't find a green shirt to throw it to. Finally has to throw it away.
3rd down and 12. Ball on the 32. Under center, turns, gives it to McGay. He's got some room here, but they've got him a yard short of the 1st down. And the clock shows 10 seconds and counting in the 1st half. Canes come up without a huddle, trying to get one more play, and now they decide, let's go to the clubhouse and see if we can sort this thing out. So at the end of the 1st half of play, it is 14-7, Ohio State leading Miami in the BCS National Championship game. Jim Tressel had these comments just a moment ago when he came back into the stadium to Todd Harris.
Coach, so much was made of the speed of this game, and it looks like the speed of your defense is really the difference.
Well, we've got a good defense. They've got a great offense as well. This is a national championship team. 2 great teams playing as hard as they can with a lot of class. This is just a great one.
I know you're not going to concede victory until it's over. What do you expect in the 2nd half?
It's going to be a battle. It's going to be down to the final second, and we're going to play as hard as we can and see if we deserve it.
Good luck, Coach.
Thank you.
Pretty simple.
I just got an online offer to sell this mom van to CarMax. It only took 2 minutes. I could take those singing lessons that I've always wanted to take. I have a beautiful soprano voice. I could do pole dancing.
What?
This is the new me, honey.
Move on with a real online offer.
We travel with Marriott Bonvoy. Of course we.
We're here in Key Biscayne, and there's no better view than this one.
But hard. Mike Nugent will kick off. Gathers and Johnson wait for it. The kick again will not be returned. Hard to get a run back against Nugent when there's no wind. So what do you think, Dan? The philosophy here for Miami? Poke around with a run or just load it up and fire the cannon?
Well, they're going to have to win 1st down, basically, Keith. Larry Coker said that he just needs 4 yards. Don't worry about the big game. We just want to get 4 yards, be patient on offense. But so far, in 13 1st down plays in that 1st half, Miami has netted just 12 yards. That's incredible.
So here we go with the 2nd half. And Ohio State leading 14-7. It's McGahee with the 1st play. And slashing over the right side will get about 3 yards before Will Smith, who has stood tall tonight, makes the tackle.
It's only a 3-yard gain, but that's more like it for McGahee and this offense. You can see he running a lot harder that time. Keith, you talked about how he can put 1 foot in the ground and either cut back quickly or accelerate. There's no hesitation in his game, except in the 1st half. The Buckeyes caused him to hesitate.
2nd down and 7. Dorsey turns quickly, throws, passes caught. 1st tackle missed, 2nd tackle made. It's Roscoe Parrish, who makes you take a deep breath every time he gets the ball in his hand. He is only 5'9", 165 pounds, but he is as quick as a shot.
Well, if you see where Dorsey's throwing the ball today, this right here tells me that Ohio State is having success with their deep zone. 2 interceptions down the middle of the field. Both came after Roscoe Parrish got loose for the touchdown.
Johnson, Sands, Parrish, the wideouts. 3rd down and 3. Dorsey getting pressure, gets it away, dumped it to McGahee out of the backfield. Hammered, and it looks like he's a little bit short of the 30-yard line, and he took a lick from Justin Fox.
Good pressure that time by C. Grant, who came on a blitz from his weak linebacker position. And excellent tackling on the outside. Watch Grant come free. That forces Dorsey to get rid of it in a hurry. But now McGahee instead of lowering his shoulder, decides to spin back to the inside. He lost track of where he was on the field and what he needed for the first down.
He came up a yard short, so they punted away with Freddie Capshaw kicking it to Chris Gamble, who lets it roll around on the ground, and it'll roll dead at about the 27-yard line. Ivan Douglas is in there at the tackle spot now, left side for the Buckeyes as they have their first possession of the second half. Craig Krenzel gives it to Maurice Clarett. He spins out of one tackle and will get a couple of yards, moving from the 27-yard line to the 30.
The new 2024 GMC Sierra HD. Get 5.9% APR for 84 months on Sierra heavy-duty Denali models. That's almost $7,000 in average finance savings.
The all-new Copilot Plus PCs enable an array of AI capabilities to accelerate your productivity and creativity in a big way.
Make it a 3-yard pickup for Clarett, close to 4, as the ball is finally put down just short of the 32-yard line. Got it again, going to the outside, broke the tackle, gets the first down, gets up across the 40-yard line, and he stepped on the chalk at the 42. He ran out of the tackle of Maurice Sykes.
And this is all Maurice Clarett deciding he didn't like it this way. Then he came all the way across the backside of the formation. Here is Sykes right here. Watch the power with that straight arm. Just pushes Sykes to the ground. Best run of the night for Maurice Clarett right there.
Gives him a first down at the 42. Movement on the left side of the line, Ohio State. Looked like Adrian Clark might have lost his concentration for a moment.
He's certainly lost his balance, but he's balancing a lot, isn't he?
You get that 355 pounds moving, it's hard to stop it.
That's a lot of weight on one hand, too. Down in his stance.
The loss of 5 takes it back to the 37-yard line, where it'll be first down and 15. We are in the third quarter of play. Ohio State leading 14-7 over Miami. Krenzel gives it to Clarett, and Vilma is right there. Jonathan Vilma, who had slipped to the outside and slanted back in, and he got him.
And to give you an idea, Keith, of just how well these defenses are playing, check out what Willis McGahee and Maurice Clarett have done coming into tonight's championship game. 27 touchdowns, 14 for Clarett, both well over 1,000 yards. Tonight, totally different story.
A loss of another yard.
His numbers are unbelievable. Clarett averages 6 yards a carry normally.
Gamble is in the ball game with a wide out now. And they go to the shotgun for Krenzel. Give him a little time. Pressure coming from the backside. Gets it off, and it's almost intercepted. Oh, my goodness. He had it on his fingertips, and then it was gone.
Now, Matt Walters really forced Krenzel to throw that ball too hard to Maurice Clarett. Good pressure by Walters, and that made it a very difficult one-handed attempt by Maurice Clarett.
Matt Walters, for a big man, he's in there at 262. Very quick.
Have to be quick to play football at any position for the Hurricanes.
Seems so. Third down and 15. Krenzel deep down the sidelines. Gamble, it's down inside the 10 and fumble, but he is down. He's down at the 6-yard line. Alfonso Marshall caught him from behind.
He had to catch him from behind because he's beat so badly. Total speed by Campbell as he outraces Marshall down the sidelines. hits the ground, the ball comes out. Good call by the officials, and a huge play for the Ohio State Buckeyes as they continue to dominate this game. Close to being a fumble, but the knee is down there, and the ball comes out.
57 yards. That is the longest Ohio State offensive pass play of the year. Krenzel keeps it, throws it to the end zone, and it is picked off. Picked off by Sean Taylor. He threw it right to him. He had double coverage on his intended receiver and no chance to get it there, and Clarett
has
took it
stolen
away
the ball.
from him.
Yes, he did, Keith. Maurice Clarett with the play of the game, perhaps, as Sean Taylor going down the sidelines, reminiscent of George Teague of Alabama stealing the ball from Miami a few years back.
Ball's in the wrong hand. It should have been in the other side, shouldn't it?
That's a great point, Keith. But did he really pull it away? The officials say yes, he did.
Close.
Krenzel trying to force this one. Great read by Taylor as he comes back to take the ball away from Hartsock, and then with the ball in his right hand exposes it to Maurice Clarett right there. And in the judgment of the officials, when they hit the ground, Clarett had more possession than Taylor.
And so the Buckeyes are still sitting in the catbird seat down at the 28-yard line on the Miami side. Lydell Ross is the single back now as Krenzel drops and throws and delivers it out here, and he took his eye off the ball and dropped it. It's an incomplete forward pass. Now here's Todd Harris.
Well, Keith and Dan, 13s are lucky this year for the Buckeyes. They are not suffering from tridiscodophobia, the fear of 13s. They were 13-0. Coach Tressel's now 13-3. The Buckeyes were ranked 13th in the preseason AP polls. They've got 13 seniors that are leading the team. They just tabbed their 13th president. Unfortunately, and this doesn't even apply anymore, they were 13-point underdogs, and they put 13 teams on the All-Big East team, Miami did. And if you add up Ken Dorsey and Willis McGahee's number, you get 13. That's a bit of a stretch, but right now the Buckeyes will take it.
Right now they're looking at 3rd down and 12.
Easy.
And there's not much there for that one as Krenzel rolling around trying to get loose and run to the left side where he saw a lot of green grass, but he couldn't get to it.
But
and
that
so
draw play, Keith, does put Nugent in a better position, better angle for this field goal. So a conservative call, but a smart call, getting the ball inside the hash mark.
It's a good sized kick though. It's going to be 44 yards. Broom holds. Nugent's got a big leg. He's kicked every one of the kickoffs into the end zone. Puts the foot under it, plenty of leg on it, and it's good. And the Buckeye lead goes to 17-7. So one corner of the stadium gets very quiet here as the Red roars and the Buckeyes lead by 10.
Everyone deserves the fastest, most reliable internet speeds, regardless of where they live. With Spectrum.
Red is in vogue tonight in Tempe, and boy, they're having a time as they're threatening Miami's 34-game win streak. Canes coming in with that mark, and Toledo is ahead of them at 35, and of course that Oklahoma streak of 47 consecutive wins is way out there.
It's a remarkable streak for Miami when you consider the scholarship restrictions.
This kick is a line drive to the goal line. It's taken by Andre Johnson, and he's coming back with it a long way, all the way to the 39-yard line.
Johnson returns.
I don't think Miami with the ball now, down by 10 points here with 8:22 to go in the 3rd quarter of play. They possess the ball, first down at the 39-yard line. Dorsey comes up throwing, and the pass is caught by Kellen Winslow. Pickup of about 6 yards on the play. C. Grant, the tackle. So C. Grant, who's been banged up a couple of times, but keeps coming back, and he's still the shadow of Kellen Winslow.
And that's what Miami has to do, get back to their original game plan, which features the tight end, Kellen Winslow, on short pass routes and have him break tackles for the bigger gains. But they need positive plays right now to get back into a good frame of mind.
Handed off to McGay, and he's got a yard or two. C. Grant on that tackle. Dave Perry, who is as good a source of authority and opinion about rules. David, you had a best look we could give you on that fumble, the takeaway, if you will.
Keith, from my view, it looks like the ball was coming loose. The Ohio State kid did, in fact, rip it, pull it out. We had a little tug of war afterwards, but it appears like a good call from the covering official.
Okay. Resulted in 3 points, and it's a 17-7.
Pretty heads-up play for a freshman, 19 years old, to make that.
So, yes. Dorsey wants to go deep, goes down the sidelines. The pass is incomplete, intended for Andre Johnson. He was a little short. He had him.
Yeah, it was another one of those double moves, fake to the post and then back to the corner. As you watch Johnson, great speed. There's the post route, and now back to the outside. Ball is underthrown, and Johnson loses his footing on this good field.
And Capshaw is in to punt. At the 10, ball squirted loose for a moment. What do we have?
I think they have a halo violation, but I'm not sure this is a good call. It appeared that the Hurricanes gave Gamble plenty of room to make that catch.
Entre Roll was the man closest to him, who's a cornerback.
Remember, it's a 2-yard halo, and they must have thought that Roll was within that.
New lower prices at Winn-Dixie means you can get more of what you love for less. From meat to dairy and everything in between. We've lowered prices on over 2,000 of your favorite products. That's some serious savings. New lower prices at Winn-Dixie. It's a win-win.
Carrying the ball, it's Claret. And from the 21-yard line, he's up to about the 23. 20, where do you see in the swing of things here in this ball game?
Well, basically, I see an Ohio State offense is doing the same things they've been doing all year. A very conservative approach to the game. And I think you give most of the credit for their success to the offensive line protecting the football. Then it goes back to Craig Krenzel. When nothing is there, he's not taking any chances. He does not want to create the turnover. He wants to keep that plus turnover margin in this ball game by not doing anything silly. Fortunate for him, he's a tough kid.
He's in the shotgun, second down and 9. Now takes off with the ball and breaks the tackle. The second one takes him down at the 25. That would be Jamal Green. Jamal Green right now is matched up against a freshman, Rob Sims, at that tackle position for Ohio State.
And you know, Keith, you saw, well, Swanee was telling us about how Ohio State's getting back to what they want to do. Part of what they want to do, as we saw with the play clock in there, is milk that clock all the way down. Now, that was pretty close for comfort that time, but you'll see that they're trying to extend the game, shorten the game, by running the play clock down and not snapping it until they are within 5 seconds almost every time.
Krenzel is the game's leading rusher. He has 10 carries for 51 yards and a touchdown, and he's back looking for a receiver. Lets it go to the sidelines, has him, throws it right on his hands. No problem with it. He's out of bounds. Michael Jenkins had that foot on the line, on the chalk, and he does not get a catch.
Yeah, bad awareness of the sideline by Jenkins. He didn't have to jump for this ball. This ball is thrown right about shoulder height. And at 6'5", Jenkins knows, why did I jump up in the air? If I just drag my feet, it's going to be a first down. That right foot is out of bounds. But why did he jump?
Andy Groom is in to punt then. 56, 44, and 63 tonight. Got a little pressure there and didn't get all of it. And hooks it out of bounds. So that's his poorest punt of the night. It's also the first time there's been a green shirt in his face. That's 30 yards. Run it with McGay. Took a lick right upside the head as he crossed midfield and goes down at the 49-yard line. Donnie Nicky hit him.
And that will help settle down Ken Dorsey. Good run on first down, winning the battle on first down with a run to McGahee. Dorsey started 8 out of 10. Since then, 6 out of 11 with a couple of interceptions and a fumble.
You can pick up 6, 7 yards on first down. You're headed toward a win. Second down and 4 here. Buckeyes defense jumping around. Dorsey throws it outside and misses.
I just got an online offer to sell this mom van to CarMax. It only took 2 minutes. I could take those singing lessons that I've always wanted to take. I have a beautiful soprano voice. I could do pole dancing.
What?
This is the new me.
The intended receiver, and there's a penalty flag thrown to the linesman across the way. Ethnic Sands was the man breaking for the ball, but it was well off the mark.
That blitz by Ohio State really threw the timing off of not only that pass play, but before the ball was even snapped.
It's against Miami.
Illegal shift on the offense. It's a 5-yard penalty. Replay second down.
So a well-timed blitz by Mark D'Antonio, defensive coordinator for the Buckeyes. Watch Doss come up. That forces Dorsey to change the play. Now Quatrine Hill is not set, nor is McGahee. The ball is snapped. Illegal.
So second down and 9 after that penalty. Down the middle. Caught. Winslow. Just a bullet down the middle of the field, and Kellen Winslow had broken free and makes the catch in front of Fox.
Boy, yeah, then you see the attitude of Winslow after the catch, trying to fire his teammates up. Got a lot of that from his daddy, Kellen Sr. Watch 81. Right down the middle of the field. Again, the zone is there. Great adjustment by Winslow to make that catch.
And Dan, you also have to love the fact that Winslow got up and got his body in front of a ball. You know, a lot of receivers always want to catch it with their hands. But you and I know, when you throw it into a crowd like that, if you get the body between the ball, you protect it and make the catch.
And then you add the attitude. Good package.
Run it, McGay to the outside. They put him on the chalk at the 21-yard line. They give him all the way down to the 21, and that's close to a first down.
Security blanket over the middle, and somebody that could use their big body not only over the middle but split out wide. And his son has the same traits.
Stretch it out. It's close. It is the first down.
Well, and you know what he did at the end of that run, Keith? He knew what he needed, as opposed to earlier in the game when he came up short of the first down. That time, he got it by an inch.
Kellen Sr. couldn't stand sitting quietly in the stands anymore. He's going down on the field.
Better keep a jersey away from him.
Yeah. 21-yard line, first down for Miami on the Buckeye end of the field. Ohio State leading 17-7, and we've got 3.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. McGahee is deep. Dorsey throwing over the head at the intended receiver, way over his head. Johnson was over there, well covered by Gamble. Quickly in the middle. Caught again by Winslow, and he's close to the 15-yard line with it. Matt Wilhelm, the big guy at 6'5", 245, got a hold of him.
Showing the hands that his daddy displayed many times over the middle. Look at him reach out. This is a tight end. Now he's more like a wide receiver, but he is quite a weapon.
Only a sophomore.
Miami has had some great tight ends, and this man's son definitely stepping up into that.
Well, that fellow Shockley that played there for a little while was pretty good.
And Bubba Franks, too. But again, Miami has to use a timeout.
Go back to it at 3rd down and 5 on the 16-yard line, trailing by 10 points.
Yeah, important to get the right play called, the right timing. But if you remember back to the first half, Miami used 2 timeouts. That allowed them, that gave them just 1 when they got the ball back with a minute to go, and really couldn't mount any type of hurry-up offense to get even a field goal at the end of the first half. Tight game like this, you want to have all those timeouts